What's going on, good people? It's your boy Gaming Dad. Sorry for the early start today, but it was either start early or wait till Wednesday. It's like because I could have did it tomorrow, but tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so I know a lot of people want to be out, and I didn't want to run that conflict to come in between that. Then also tonight I have to go help out with the girls' basketball game, and so that kind of ran a conflict. They have a play-in game tonight. And so I have to be there. So it is what it is. I figure I'll start early and get through and then go up and support the girls this evening. But your boy has been kind of sick all week. I don't even like claiming to be sick, but I think I was. My wife thought I might have had COVID. I don't claim it COVID, man. I'm not doing it. Even though I had the chest congestions and I had the breathing issues, had to hit the inhaler a couple of times, just little stuff like that. So tonight, if you hear me cough a couple of times, it is what it is. There's no way around it. And so it's more of like a spontaneous cough. It's not like a consistent cough. It's like every now and then we're talking, hey, you know what? Where'd that come from? But it is what it is, good people. Listen, we are on the back ends of which was started off as a pretty terrible direct that turned pretty good real quick. So we're gonna go over that, some of those announcements. Overall, I gave the direct a B. I could have, B. They gave it a B for these reasons. Cause it started out even though hey, Pigment 4 is not my cup of tea. It's a fun game. I've played it with my kids. But I wasn't super excited. But what got me excited probably first was Dead Cells DLC. The Dead Cells DLC, because they mixed it with Castlevania, that did something for me. I was pretty excited for that. But once again, that was it until, even once you got to the Bayonetta Origins, I'm not really excited about that. But because I'm not an RPG guy anyway, especially not a turn-based guy, it didn't excite me. We knew Kirby was coming, so I wasn't super excited about Kirby. Once again, Splatoon 3 DLC is always exciting, but it's still nothing that covers or holds down a direct. But I think the turning point for me in the direct was the Nintendo Online, the Game Boy Advance. I just thought that was super dope. That really, really kind of pushed me to give that, because at first, I think for the first half of it, I would give it an F. I just feel like it just wasn't really. Even with Dead Cells DLC, it wasn't enough to carry it. But once they got to that Nintendo Online, and then when they shadow drop Metroid Prime remake. I'm not even calling it a remaster. It's a remake. That thing looks delicious. Once that dropped, it was just like, oh man, just here it is. You know what? So that was real good for me. To me that was those games right there, and of course the Zelda trailer at the end was phenomenal as well. But besides that, there wasn't really nothing else that I even remembered that was oh man. I think that one game it was kind of like a RPG that looks pretty good. Was Deca Police. That looked pretty good. So besides that, man, those are the only two things that really got my attention. So I was like, well, I couldn't just outright diss them completely with just a flat out zero. But I mean, it was pretty good. I thought, Nintendo, they always does a really good job of just presenting a good direct. Hold on a second, good people. I wanted to check something real quick. Oh, I would have did it wrong. There we go. Oh, okay. Listen, so listen. Hey, Geeky. You know what? Your comments didn't pop up, but hey, how you doing, Geeky? Yeah, early show today. Uh oh. I said it's not too much of a delay, but yeah, I did an early show today because I had to support the girls basketball team at my school. They have a playoff play-in game tonight, and the community is coming out in full force, and so I figured that I would come out and help them out. But yeah, early show. But hey, how you doing, Geeky? Let me you know what? Listen, you guys. Hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, so I decided to do an early show just so I can. It was either do an early show or wait until like Wednesday, and I didn't want to do a show on Wednesday, and I didn't want to do a show tomorrow because tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So I figured I would switch it up. But how did you guys enjoy the direct? I saw your comments on online. Dave said, hold on, put your comment up, Dave. Dave said, I gave it a C personally, but I know there were a lot of games people were really excited for. I agree that the first half wasn't for me, but some reactions videos loved it. Yeah, listen. I looked at that like, okay, listen, okay. We knew about Illusion Island Mickey Mouse game. That kind of like I would like to play it. Pippin 4 was, say, a good way to start, got a release date. But after that, man, you get Dead Cells. I was excited about that. But I don't remember none of these games. Octopath Traveler 2, once again, it got a demo. Just a lot of little small little fillers. Like Geeky said, the direct was okay, not a lot for me. Yeah, it wasn't a lot for me either. I was just more excited. I mean, the Metro Prime release, I was excited for. I ain't gonna lie, I've been wanting that to come for a long time, and then to see how good that game looked, it was like, oh my goodness. That really got me in the Game Boy, and the Game Boy Advance. That was exciting for me as well. Yeah. So, like I was telling support, please forgive my voice. I don't know what's going on around these parts, but I think my pair pro got sick first, and then whatever she had, she gave to me, and my voice has been all over the place. And it started last week, and it covered over to now, and so I got this cough, and so you know I hate claiming that I was sick, but I guess I was. But so even though this is a Chick-fil-A cup, but I always make I juice. I'm a juicer, so I juice me some stuff to kind of help my body fight whatever I'm fighting. So I'll be sipping on that all night with some water. I just hope I don't have to use the bathroom because whatever I've been drinking, boy, I've been getting me off to the bathroom left and right real quick. But you know what? Why I have everyone's attention. Don't forget, good people, hit that like button for me. I don't foresee it being a heavy stream tonight, but you know what? Never know. People might come in a little bit later once you see that your boy is online. But I want to make sure that I get you guys on the wheel. I did that wrong. What's going on, Vic? Vic jumped in the building. Smith like the juice. Yeah, man. Hey, the juice. I tell anybody, man. The easiest way to lose weight or like get your health back together is to one, stop eating. Don't eat as much. Eat a lot of protein and juice, man. That juicing, boy. And that was my issue. When I look back and say, what I'm saying, I let myself get vulnerable because I wasn't juicing like I was before. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, it snuck up on me. It's like, I wasn't putting those good nutritious items into my body, and the old cold caught me off guard. What's going on, SOC? Moderator on the channel. I'm trying to I gotta find this wheel so I can get y'all all on there. All right, there we go. You know what? Ruben has not contacted me. Ruben was our winner from last week. Let me get y'all to the wheel real quick. But yeah, Ruben was the winner last week, and he has not contacted me. So maybe he'll show up tonight, so he'll see that, and I'll let him know, like, hey, buddy, you won. You gotta contact me now. The Roman Vic. But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, the direct wasn't like, as good as most of these channels are saying it was. But I'm gonna tell you that Metroid direct, I mean, that Metroid release was big for me. And the Game Boy stuff was big for me. But besides that, the DLC was okay. It wasn't like, oh my god, it wasn't earth shattering by any stretch of the imagination. Hey, Candy, get you on the board. Candy P. Hey, Ruben, listen, Ruben, I was just talking about you too. Ruben, you won last week. You just gotta contact me so I can give you your eShop card. SOC is on the board. Did I forget anybody? Dave. Sorry, Dave is on the board. Dave Dub. Yeah, man, listen, Metroid was I agree. Metroid was a download day one. And not only did I download it, I went and pre-ordered the physical version. I would, because I didn't want to wait. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna get them both. Yeah, at $40, $40, and it was a shadow drop. To me, was huge. That was huge. Yeah, man, you won last week. Yeah, I give you 2 weeks. So if I ain't hear from you in 2 weeks, I'll let you know. But don't forget, like, get on Twitter or follow me at Twitter at gaming_dad3, and just send me a message and say, hey, give me that with my money, and I'll send you the code. Or you can contact me on Instagram at gamingdad3. He said double dipping. Let's see. You can't double dip this week. Your name is on the board, but you solid. Your name is still on the board from last week. I just added on there to see if you won again, but no, you can only win 1 week at a time. This way it gives people an opportunity to, spread the love. But Ruben's on the board. Make sure I got everybody before I get off this screen here. I got Vic. I got Geeky. Candy. All right. Listen, I think I'm caught up. Caught up. Yeah, so a lot of my friends are recovering from their Super Bowl, highs and lows. I didn't have no dog in the fight, so I didn't care if who won or not. I had no dog in the fight, so I was like, if we won, we won. If we didn't, we didn't. I was silently rooting for the Chiefs, but it is what it is. Let's see. Kiki said that was direct was okay. Candy says, hey, everyone, happy love week. It is that time. Geeky, what are you, matter of fact, Geeky and Candy, y'all doing anything special for Valentine's Day? Smith is, Vic was going to say, Gaming Dad back at it again with another great stream. I ain't paying $70 for a Switch game. I most likely would check out those vouchers. You know what? Listen, it's funny you say that because a partner of mine, we was talking about the same thing. Was like, man, $70 is a little steep, but I was like, man, it's Zelda. I mean, it could have been $80 I would have paid for it. I know how much I was paying for cartridges back in the day. So to me, $70, it's not a big deal in today's society. However, it's Zelda. I'd have paid the $70, but that voucher, now I know you can get Breath of the Wild. Now see, I might jump on that voucher. Matter of fact, it's more likely that's how I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna jump on the voucher. But I just gotta think about it though, because Zelda's one of them games, man. I gotta have physical, so I gotta think about that one, man. He said, but I ain't paying $70 for no Switch game. That's funny. But it's Zelda though, man. It's Zelda, man. It's got to. SOC said, almost forgot about. Yep, at 6 tonight. Only this week. If I didn't have to go support the girls, man, I would, stick to my regular time. But I gotta make it happen for them, man. They all kind of looked at me teary eyed today, like you coming to support us, Coach Reed? I said, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, but once again, I apologize in advance. I probably will be doing some little coughing tonight. I'm on the tail end of this, whatever sickness this was. It's been kicking my tail, but it's getting better. It's getting better. SOC said, I feel like Nintendo didn't get enough credit for Metroid, a Shadow Drop port at 40. But listen, to me, it took the Direct from being an F, and I gave it a B on that. I gave it a low C at first after the Game Boy stuff. Got the Game Boy stuff, it was just, it's an average. And I was thinking to myself, like, the internet's going to clown Nintendo if this is all they got. But then a $40 Shadow Drop, not remastered, but remake. That's a remake of probably one of the best games of all time. I mean, it's in my top 10 for sure. It's in my top 10 for sure. So yeah, you're right. I don't think they got a lot of, that was a very surgical decision. Like whoever just said, all right, we're going to release it, we're going to give them a release date, we're going to Shadow Drop it. Whoever made that decision, shout out to them, because that was a genius move. It really saved the Direct, because I watched the video today of all the reactions just from Metroid, and man, people were going crazy. Hey, Courtney. Courtney said, hey, Gaming Dad, how old were you when the Game Boy first came out? And were you interested in it when it first came out? Absolutely. I think the Game Boy came out. Let's see. How old was I? See, my mom was alive still. So I was like, maybe like 89, 88, 89. And my brother, he had got one. I'm not going to tell you how he got it. I'm not going to put my brother's business out there, but my brother got a hold of one, but he didn't like it. And he gave it to me. I bet you right now, if I talk to him, he probably don't even remember that. He gave it to me as a gift. Now, think about it. In 1989, I mean, them things were expensive, but he gave it to me. I don't know how he got it. I don't question that. But he gave me one, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I think I spent more money on batteries than ever before. And that was Tetris and Super Mario Land was the only two games I had for a long time. And Tetris was like that deal. Love Tetris. Courtney, let me get you on the board. That was a great question. Courtney, listen, man, you guys have like some of the best questions. I'd be like, oh man, you mean that's a little thought provoking right there. Maybe go back down memory lane. Smith says, Smith's working, laugh out loud, but I'm probably cooking nice dinner. He ordered me a purse I wanted. Look at him. You know what? I have not asked my wife what she wants. But I probably will get her something. Or I will take her out to dinner. I would prefer dinner because then it's a win-win. That's how my wife did me this year for Christmas. Let me tell you how my wife did me. For Christmas, listen, she brought me a really, really nice robe, and I needed one. I'm so glad. I used it a lot more than I thought I would use it. But she bought me these massage rocks, right? So they're like, it comes with this little case, and the case heat the rocks up, and so they become like, hot rocks, You can use the massaging. Super good. I mean, she used it on me one time. It was like, oh man, it was the best thing ever. But ask yourself, has it happened again since then? Nope, one time. And then she plugged it up one night and was like, oh, would you massage me? I knew then that this was a double gift. I was like, I've been had. Candy P says, my birthday is Thursday, so I rarely really do anything for Valentine's Day. Oh man, what happy? Listen, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. See, my voice is terrible. I will get I will get a little kind of a note or two out of these vocal cords, but happy birthday. Yeah, Geeky. Listen, she got me tough. I mean, it was, and she was so excited to open. She was so excited for me to open this gift, and I was like, this all right. I can see how this will work. You know, I always be screaming like, I would like for her to rub my back, but shit, haven't got a back rub since. I got played. That's all right though. That's all I got. What's going on, CMG man? Yeah, I'm early today, man, because I gotta go support the girls basketball team tonight. Yeah, you know me. I'm usually late into the scene, but tonight we'll probably go to about maybe like probably about 8:00. Yeah, because it gives me enough time to get back up to the school because the game started at 7:30. So if I get done at 8:00, I get up there enough time to catch the second half of the game. So yeah, right. Geeky, listen, Geeky's back on the scene. Geeky's been MIA for like. Matter of fact, do I need to say Happy New Year to you, Geeky? Happy New Year. Everybody say Happy New Year to Geeky. I think this is our first stream of the year. Happy New Year, Geeky. What is your New Year's resolutions? Go ahead, let us know in the chat. Let's see. So right now we're currently just talking about the direct, and there wasn't a whole lot that I can tell you that I was like, oh man, I just gotta pick up this game, and it was like, Have a Nice Death. I've seen that. We've seen that game before. New Professor Layton. I never played any of them, so. But I'm excited for the Dead Cells DLC. So, but I gave, matter of fact, let me redo my score. I'm gonna give it a B minus. It's not quite, because it's not quite a B. And that Metroid was like, that was to me, that was heavy. That was heavy. It was like, oh man, this is a day one buy. When the show is over, I'm buying it immediately. And I wasn't about my Switch to order it right then, but I was like, I'm buying this immediately. As soon as I got home, I bought it immediately. And I am loving it. It looks so good on the OLED. Golly, so good. COG said that Metroid Prime Remaster is amazing. Yeah, and listen, it made you put your on your Steam Deck down for a minute, didn't it? It said, "Woo, just for a minute." Yeah, listen, Metroid made me put my Steam Deck down. It did. Oh, I said, "Oh man, this game looks pretty good." Especially compared when they do. You see the comparison videos when they compared it to the last gen. It was, oh man. Yep. So overall, I mean, they did some things right. They had a bunch of demos that kind of released. I think Octopath got a demo. Sea of Stars got a demo. But you know what? Let's talk about the games that were missing, which I thought was really interesting. I'm sorry, I stopped for a minute. I hear this vibration. Oh, it's got to be my kids. I'm about to say, what is that noise, man? It's got to be my kids. But let's see. The games to me that was missing, I really thought like Hollow Knight Silk Song was going to be there. I thought that we would get a release date for that. Some of the other Zelda remakes, I thought maybe like, especially like F-Zero, I thought would like, I was pretty much like, okay, this is gonna be there. Um, I thought Metro Prime would be there. I didn't think it would be Shadow Drop though. I don't think no one called that. So a lot of games were missing, and so especially what else was missing was the second half. I mean, games that you would kind of expect in the second half of the year. So it left like a bunch of questions, man. Of course, Nintendo can answer a lot of those questions come E3. Right? So you got if you think about it, after Zelda, there's just Pikmin, and that's a July game. So after May 12th, all the way to E3, there's nothing. I mean, absolute nothing. So Nintendo can release another Direct and have a bunch of games that they're going to showcase the second half of the year. That's one thing they can do. But the second thing they could do is that, they could really set the stage. And all they really need to do, they don't have to do a whole lot of work. It's just drop like just like remember how they did the original Switch, right? They had a video, and then we had to hone in on that video we had to watch that video. I don't know how about y'all. I probably watched that video about 20 or 30 times, but just to watch that video of maybe a possible Switch 2, and then give us like another video later in the year with like that release date, and that release date be before the holidays. To me, the stage is set to do it that way. I'm not saying they're going to do it. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to claim that one. But I'm saying the stage is definitely set for them to really, really set this up and make this really, really happen. Yeah, Steve, man, I'm sorry, man. I apologize. I had to. Matter of fact, this is a good question. A quick poll. I don't know how to put a poll in the chat yet. Once I learn how to do that, we be on and popping. But a poll I would like the poll is like, hey, is this a better time than later in the night? I listen. Please post your answers. If this time starting at 6:00 instead of starting at 8:00 is a better time, because if it is, I could probably work that out now. Because I don't have basketball practice right now. I mean, at least from now until the end of the year. Starting at 6 would be great. I could probably make that happen. Let's see. But like I was saying before, it can really, really, set the stage for Nintendo to release a new system this year, especially on the heels of Furukawa. I can't say his name, say my life, but President Furukawa. His decision to say, hey, you know what, it's going to be hard for them to sustain the level of hardware sales going forward. So if that is true, right, and Nintendo is all about keeping momentum and learning from the mistakes of the Wii U, to me, entering into the 7th year of the system, it's perfect timing to release a new system. I'm just saying. Let's go to some of y'all comments. All right, I got CMG on the board. Oh, you know what I don't? Let me take that back. Oh yeah, I got CMG on the board and get Steve M. Get you on the board. All right, let's come back out of this. Let's see. So I didn't get it yet, but yeah, it's $40, man. You can't beat that. Candy P says, is Metroid Prime about to outsell the $1 billion Zelda game? Nah. But for $40, it is going to sell millions of copies. Matter of fact, I tell you this much. I'm gonna say this. It's going to be the best selling Metroid game when it's all said and done. Period. it's going to be until Metroid Prime 4 comes out, it's going to be the best. It's going to outsell Metroid Dread. So, Stevenson Nintendo Direct was a lot of fun. A lot of demos, shadow drops of Game Boy, NOS, and Metroid Prime, and an exciting Zelda trailer. Couldn't have asked for too much more. You know what? If I was an RPG guy, then this Direct gets an A. It all depends on what kind of game you are. If you're an RPG guy, this game gets an A hands down. I changed mine to a B minus because, you know, yeah, we had some demos, some DLC. That was good, but it wasn't like, you know, I wonder what is going on out there. Hold on, good people. Good people, you gotta give me a second, man. I don't know what's going on. My kids are doing something, man. Listen, that's all right. If they burn down the house with me on stream, man, just pray for me. I don't know what they're doing up there. Steven says, I think once we get the Nintendo financial report that tells us when the next system will drop, if they underperform a lot, then the new system may come a lot sooner. Yeah, I mean, you can tell right now. Excuse me. You know, every now and then, I mean, you know, I like my kids like, it look like you chewing tobacco because you know, I be spitting up this phlegm. Ugh. But it's better out than in any day of the week. But you know what? Some of the sales numbers are starting to decline already. And you know what? They didn't lost. This is a second month. I think the second week in a row they've lost to PlayStation. So you know what? It's heading that direction. I don't think they can go. I don't think they can go a full year from this standpoint to next year without having a piece of new hardware out in the market, not just announced, but out in the market. That's why to me the stage is kind of set. You know what? For them to kind of really analyze the market and see, you know, what they really want to do. And think about all those games that was kind of promised that kind of got all of a sudden hypothetically just pushed back. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be one of those wait until sees, man. And speaking of sales numbers, man, I want to see the sales numbers from this Harry Potter game. Boy, I think that they probably sold gangbusters this first week. That's gonna be interesting too. But as for a new system for Nintendo, it's one of those wait and see situations. If the sales numbers continue to be, you know, on the low end, and PlayStation continue to build momentum and start to dominate, like you said before, we'll see a different switch for sure. Steven said, I already got my Metroid Prime remastered. Zelda Tales of the Kingdom Collection Edition. I could not get one. But I did get a Amiibo pre-order. I couldn't get one, man. Little bastards. Them scalpers. Kind of early for the West Coast, but I would say 7 p.m. would be ideal. 7 p.m. Okay. Not 6, but 7. That's like, yeah, that's right. That's about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock West Coast. Okay, look at Candy. Just like Candy. Fashion Game, #1 Direct of the Year. Boy, that's funny. Everyone loves that new Metroid remake. Yeah, man, listen, they got a whole video, man, of just like YouTubers who went crazy when it was announced. I did too, though. I ain't gonna lie. I was at McDonald's. I was watching it at McDonald's while I was working. I was like, oh. My client was like, what's wrong? I said, oh, nothing. I just watched something that was like so incredibly beautiful. Ruben says, I got my 19th anniversary tomorrow. Oh man, listen. Well, happy anniversary to you, Ruben. CMG said the weather is crazy. 54 degrees in New York. Yeah, that's how it is. It was like it's like 64 here, but this morning was like 29. Those kind of shifts, man, be killing me, man. I don't know what my family is doing. They're doing something, man, but it's vibrating all through the house. They gonna make me get off my stream to find out what the hell's going on. Ah, stay with me, good people. Don't leave. Don't leave me, girl. I gotta find out. Hold on. All right, good people. Sorry about that. It's my wife. She up there. She up there cooking. I'm like, man, what is that noise, man? I'm telling you, if you feel the vibration, it's like you think something I've never heard it before. But she's using some kind of machine up there, out there making dinner. So who am I to complain? Let's see. Let's see. Vic says, is Nintendo waiting for everyone to stop buying Switch to talk about new hardware? Hmm. I I don't know if that's the strategy. I don't think that would be the strategy. You know what? They make a hand over fist. I mean, they're making tons of money off Switch hardware sales. Um, at its current rate, but I know they don't want PlayStation to pick up momentum. They don't want that. You know what? So I don't know, man. That's a hard question to answer. I don't think so, but you know what? If they let things kind of die down, and you know what, a lot of these games that was kind of maybe promised for this year, convince those developers to push those games back onto a new hardware. I think it's a to me it's a win. And to be honest, Nintendo don't need like a new system and just say for instance, they don't necessarily need Metroid Prime 4, but a new system with a new game and just it's I mean the stage is really set for them to say just like they did with Metroid, drop imminent, and it was like boom. I mean they're in a position where they can really drop down a hammer, boy, and really shake the industry. So I don't know, man. That's good question, but it's no way to predict it. Predict it rather. Steve M says, when I was pre-ordering Metroid, someone came into GameStop and bought the last Harry Potter game on PlayStation. It probably selling like crazy. Yeah, I mean, it was to me, it took the top one, two, I think the top four spots on Steam ahead of the Steam Deck, and the Steam Deck, it was like it's always been number one. I mean, that's crazy. So I don't know, man. I'm still gonna wait for the sale though. Steve M says, "What game do you think the new Nintendo hardware launches with? It is Metroid Prime 4, or will it need a Zelda or Mario game to be a big launch title?" I would say they have learned their lessons. It's going to be Mario because Zelda is going to be a continuation. They don't necessarily need a Zelda game, but a Mario game at launch would would take the system to the stratosphere. And the momentum and how things is kind of structured with the movie is, I mean, it's a perfect tie-in right now. Even if they didn't launch a game at the launch of the movie, if they launched a game to say at the launch of the DVD or Netflix or streaming release, then you know what, you got something. Yeah, but Metroid Prime would be good, but I don't think they go with Metroid Prime. I think it's a Mario tie-in game, unless they trying to really reach the hardcore. Um, Metroid Prime could do it, but it wouldn't be, it'd be one of the things where it kind of still be kind of spectacle. I mean, skeptical rather. I would say Mario's a safer bet. They say Mario Odyssey 2 or even the Mario 2D game would say get people to look at the system. Your average gamer, your parent will look at that and say, "Oh man, there's Mario." Especially after the movie. Vic says 6 p.m. will be a good start streaming. Not too early, not too late. Oh, okay. All right, I like that. I like that because you know what I mean. Even though it's 6 o'clock right now, I mean, it's like you said before. Like sometimes I would get done streaming. It give me a time to I'll watch a couple of shows before you know it. It's like it's 12:30 midnight. It's like time to go to bed. Hey, Samantha Dub in the building. Let me make sure I get everybody. I got Courtney on the board. I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show the wheel again, just so everybody is on knows. So gave me there about to lay down the law. I was like, man, what was going on, man? I was like, what is that noise? But she's using some kind of machine up there. It's vibrating the whole house. I said, Zoe's gonna get wet. You know what, man? I can't really rip my kid with into the bag. Yeah, I got a couple I can still put a lasso to if I need to. But you know what? I look at them now. They so big now. It's like, you know what, man? It's like this do what I actually do. I think it probably hurts some more if I said, I can look at my daughter now and say, listen, you gonna clean that kitchen or you'll catch the bus to school. That car you out there driving will stop driving. It will be parked. And to me, that hurts more than anything else. To knowing that you a senior in high school and you driving to school every day, and all your friends say you driving to school every day, and then all of a sudden you back on the bus. Oh, crushes the spirits. But I haven't had to pull that car yet. I threatened it one time, and then after that, I haven't had an issue since. Like you trying to catch the bus? That's what I tell her. Oh, you trying to catch the bus to school tomorrow? And she'll look at me like, I said, oh, okay. Let me wake up them dishes in that sink. All of a sudden, man, the morning time, them dishes is gone. Vic said, what are the odds another good game gets shadow dropped this year? Golly, man. I don't know, man. The odds are pretty good. I don't know if it'd be a real good game, but I can foresee them doing a F-Zero drop like that. That would, you know what? Okay, let me tell you. This is why F-Zero is really tricky for Nintendo because of Mario Kart. Because Mario Kart is still so successful, even though F-Zero is a totally different game, but in the market, it would compete directly with Mario Kart because of the racing aspect. But to me, that will be like, oh man, that F-Zero will be like, if they remade F-Zero and it was ready to go, they shadow dropped that bad boy. Man, that would be great. But you know what? Nintendo can, you know what? They can tell a lot. You know what? They can get people really, really hyped up for another direct for E3. And to me, if anything, this direct and how it was presented and how they only structured games for that first half guarantees one thing for me that I was questioning beforehand is that Nintendo will be at E3. They might not be, a part of E3, but there will be some form of E3 presentation this year. It won't be like last year when they kind of skipped Nintendo and it went all the way to September. It's not going to be that way because they have nothing. So something got to be said because really after Pikmin, there is no other known anything for Nintendo. And it has been like that for a long time. I mean, really about no third parties. Matter of fact, I saw an article today that we're going to talk about I just don't know how official it is, but according to this article I read, that they announced the release of the Switch version of Harry Potter, and they're saying the date is July 25th. So if that's so, you got July 25th and you got July 21st. July 21st is Pikmin 4. July 25th is Harry Potter, and then there's nothing. There's nothing officially announced for Nintendo for the rest of the year. So that means it has to be a direct that's gonna give us some idea of what's coming. And then it's gonna position themselves where we hear about something of a new system. If we don't hear the E3, we're gonna hear about a new system this year. I believe. I don't think Nintendo could very well just wait until January, which is economically probably the better decision for Nintendo. But I really think, you know what, man, if they're really trying to like turn the market on its head, they release that bad boy this year. Because right now, you know, we're kind of conditioned now to kind of think it's coming in 2024. But man, what if it come out this Christmas? buddy, get your money together. Let's see. Vic says Mario and Luigi Superstar remake or sequel to release the movie. To me, like if Nintendo doesn't have a game to kind of coincide with this movie, I just think like, man, you just left money on the table. If all this time you knew this movie was coming, to me you should have a game ready to go. You know what? To me, if you to answer your question earlier, Vic, about a good game getting shadow dropped, wouldn't this be a dope shadow drop? You at the movies. You at the movie to see the new Nintendo movie, right? The new Super Mario movie. And at the end credits, they dropped the release date of a new Mario game, and it comes out today. Boy. Now you talking about crazy? You talking about like set the internet on fire? That would do it. That would No, I'm not trying again. That would set Siri, be quiet. You interrupted my stream. That would set the internet on fire. Oh man, that would be like you could just imagine all the videos you would get with people going crazy, knowing that it drops like that day or that following day or whatever. Now that to me will be like, oh man, you knew nothing about it, and all of a sudden it shadow drops with a physical version coming in X amount of days. Now that would be something. He said, "Is it cloud?" I don't know. We gonna read the article a little bit later. I think it's a physical version, but I'm gonna read the article. The article will tell me more. But yeah, I saw it today. Ruben says maybe F-Zero maximum velocity for the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I'm talking like I want a remake though. They need to remake the one that Sega made for the GameCube. That was like fire. Steve M says it will be disappointing that the only Mario game we've got for the movie is the game on Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. Yeah, you know what? It would be. It would truly be like a missed opportunity. Like, do you know Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe is back in the top 10, I think in Japan. I think because of the Super Bowl ad. But that'd be crazy, like to not have a new Mario game to coincide with the movie. Yeah, I mean, like one of the situations, like man, this is a missed opportunity. It's like that's what to me on the level of EA not having Madden on the Switch. It's like this is like a complete missed opportunity. Let's see. Candy talking to CMG said Nintendo has to stick with the hybrid platform so that it may not always be called the Switch. The Hybrid 3 is infinite. Yeah, I agree. How Nintendo pulls that off, it will be something that we would all have to sit back and watch and see. Steve M says, Nathan Hayden and MVG said today that the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD won't come to the Switch and will be on the next hardware. I hope they're wrong. I want them on my OLED Switch. You know what, man? Listen, I can see that happening because you know what, that's just another way to kind of add more value to a new system. Because right now, I mean, think about it. Like Zelda is going to dominate. Then they're gonna have another Zelda game come anywhere close to Zelda, even towards Christmas between now and the rest of this year. This will be the year of Zelda until the very end. Steven says, I want Star Fox Adventures, F-Zero GX, Kirby Air Ride, Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2. Man, that was the game. When I picked up my GameCube, I picked up that. I picked up Melee. I picked up Luigi's Mansion. I think that might be the only 3 games. I don't think it was another game at launch, but I had all 3 of those bad boys. Eternal Darkness port or remastered, but most of those won't happen. Yeah, Eternal Darkness to me was like, that I don't understand why that hasn't been really remastered. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So of course, I just want to see a new Switch or something like it. You know what? I think, at this standpoint, I don't know if you guys agree, but I think, not releasing a Switch Pro, even in this late stages of Nintendo cycle, was a bad decision. I still think it was a bad decision. Even if, if they would have been able to show just a marginal improvement and the games that if they can fix it where some of our current games ran better on this particular system, I think it would have sold. It would have sold, man. People would have definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, rebought, and they probably could have scored another year or 2 out of it and really came out swinging on this next generation. Steve M said, did you see Nintendo did another wave of Splatoon 3 OLEDs? Yeah. Because, I went to my local GameStop, and they had a ton of them. And he was like, I guess they had, he tried to say, he didn't know nothing, that they, I guess they had some left in our warehouse, and they just sent it to us. Like, man, I don't believe that. But, yeah, they sure did. I guess they think it would sell well like Animal Crossing. Because, the Splatoon OLED is dope, but you know what? Leaks didn't get out about this Zelda one. Who's gonna buy Splatoon unless you're a diehard Splatoon OLED buyer? Like my daughter she was like, shh. That was a automatically, she had to have that day one. But yeah, Zelda on the way, man. The Zelda one is probably gonna be the doper of the systems. Even though Splatoon 3's OLED is pretty dope. She said, this Candy Talk, I'm putting everybody coming. She said, I saw that and almost picked it up because I want those Joy-Cons. See, Candy, listen, you know what, Candy, man, you my girl, Candy. Candy, she's an impulsive buyer like me. I was like, man, you know what? Them Joy-Cons is sweet. I'm just going to buy the whole system. Plus, I'm trying to save for my Steam Deck. Are you playing, Candy? Yeah, you got to get your Steam Deck, Candy. You're not going to like the battery. But you're going to like the system. That's what I will say. My kids don't like the battery. Speaking of Steam Deck, let me talk to you about my son. I think I talked about it last week. I want to talk about it again. You know what? My son, Now the Steam Deck comes with a really, really, really nice case. I got my kids Steam Decks for the Christmas. And so he wanted to, I think my son wanted to flex, went over his little girlfriend's house and wanted to show his little Steam Deck, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Show it off. Okay. But it comes with a case. Do you know that joker dropped it? Broke the screen. Oh, man. And he had to come tell the piper. And I was like, oh, no, buddy, you just going to pay for it to get fixed. He thought I was, oh, no. I'm not paying for nothing. You paying for it, brother. So they we get paid for cleaning after the I got my kids' jobs when they was younger. We kept them all ever since. And they get paid for cleaning after the basketball games and the football games. And so so it's time to get paid. We usually just wait for the whole season so they get one big lump sum. So you know what his lump sum is going to? Mm-hmm. He gonna send his bad boy off the Valve, and Valve gonna replace that screen for him, and hope nothing else ain't broke. He gonna pay for it all of it. I was mad. Listen, I'm telling you, as a dad, I go out there and I work hard, and I like for my kids to have. They see that I have. I want them to have too, right? But my sons, man, my two youngest sons, boy, they just don't care of their stuff. Now my daughter and my oldest son. Oh, man, they take care of their stuff. They don't play around with it. They're quick to tell you no. They put their stuff in the cage. They make sure their stuff is tight. But my two younger sons, they act like, you know what? Ain't no big deal. I said, oh, yeah, buddy. It's going to be a big deal. You're going to pay for this. So he'll be getting sent off sometime this week. Steven says, I'm about to have to get a Steam Deck just to play Wind Waker on a portable system. Golly, don't do it, Steve. Don't do it. But Wind Waker, man, listen, I think out of any one of the remakes, I was really hoping that Wind Waker came first. I was like, man, this is a no-brainer to have Wind Waker. But I guess, I don't know. I bet money, just like Metroid, it's probably done. It's probably just sitting and waiting. And Nintendo got them in the chamber. Cause I believe Nintendo probably have quite a few games that they are done. I bet you F-Zero is done. I bet you they probably got Star Fox done. And they just keep it in the chamber because you know what? They got to stack games up because they want to emulate what they did on the first Switch. Remember all them games? Man, that first year the Switch was magical. I paid so much money on so many games. So actually planning to buy it for myself as a gift for graduating from barber school. Oh, listen. Okay, did you graduate or are you graduating, Candy? We need to know. If you are graduating, then your boy gonna have to hook you up and get you a graduation gift. It might not be much, but it'll be something. So let me know. So are you graduating or have you graduated, Candy? Let a brother know. Steve M says, I wasn't interested in Pikmin 4, but they introduced a dog and now I want it. I knew the dog would catch a lot of people's attention. I saw the dog. I said, Nintendo, know what they're doing. I graduate in April. Okay, Candy P, your boy gonna hook you up with a graduation gift. It might not be much, but it'll be something. Y'all show Candy. Candy, you let us know when you graduate, so we can show some love. Candy P about to be a professional, a licensed barber. That's what I'm talking about. Make that money, money, money. All right, good people. Let's get out of here. Let's look into some of, and you know what? I'm gonna start off with this story here. Once I can get around to my wheel. All right, there we go. I'm gonna start with this story here because speaking of Steam Decks, Candy, this handheld looks absolutely phenomenal, but the price of this bad boy is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way I'm paying this much money for a handheld. So it retails. Hold on, let me get out of here. It retails for $2,099. That's crazy. You can buy it right now on Amazon. The A with a Neo 2. $2,099 in Australia. But you can buy it on Amazon right now. So this company here has dropped 3 different handhelds within the last year. 3. But this is their latest one here. And yeah, you know what? If you get the bank, it's probably a great system to have. However, I bet you the screen is phenomenal. I bet you it looks great. I bet you you can play any Steam game. But it's $2,000 though. Who's paying $2,000? It says the AO2 has a 7-inch 1200p display that literally has no bezels. So as far as design goes, not only does the Neo 2 feels great in the hands, it's a much better looking device than the whatever next or other handhelds in this space. The biggest complaint that I can offer is that it feels like a PlayStation Vita reborn. Oh man, I didn't want that. I mean, it looks phenomenal. It looks like a really, really good handheld. I mean, I'm assuming this dock must be a dock for the system. Let's see. So the author says, since I got the device, I've played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in bed most nights, and it just runs flawlessly without ever feeling like I'm dying due to performance issues. This is absolutely the first time I've used one of these devices and not felt like I've had a dial down settings or to look to get that extra bit of performance, with the device being more than capable with anything that I threw at it. With 16 gigabytes of memory and a 1 terabyte SSD, it's just crazy to me how close these are getting to proper computers, with the specs honestly outperforming a lot of what most everyday people, would use as their daily driver. That's crazy, man. Whew. I mean, listen, it's a beautiful system, man, but I mean, look at that. I mean, if you had $2,000 to spend, that's no way, man. No way. What's going on, Retrospect Jay? It is the Neo 2. It just came out. You can buy it. You can buy it right now for $2,000. $2,100. $2,100 on Amazon right now. They came out with all 3 of these systems came out within a year. But their latest one is $2,100. That's a lot of money. All right, let me get you on the board, RJ. Retrospect. Got you on the board. All right. Boom. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of show the system off and show you the direction that gaming is going. And I mean, I know Valve is losing money per system. I just kind of want to know how much money. That information hasn't been revealed. But man, I mean that's a beautiful system. You know what? And to say that he's been playing Call of Duty in bed every night. I mean that's. But to me, like my Steam Deck is it's like suffice. It's like I mean it's good enough to me. I don't know if I can pay $2,000 for just to play Call of Duty. All right, man. Hogwarts Legacy's player count have reached a new high following the full PC launch for Harry Potter RPG game, despite reports of PC crashing issues and frame rate stuttering. The Wizard Adventure was the second most played game on Steam during the first full day of its release, topping games including the Dota 2, um, PUBG. Do people still play PUBG? I didn't know that. Apex Legends, Grand Theft Auto 5, as players chose their Hogwarts Legacy house and explored the magical castle. See, the Hogwarts Legacy player count on Steam reached a peak of 807,000 concurrent players on February 11th. The peak happened at 12 p.m. / 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, typically around the time the game tended to see their highest player counts due to the crossover between all regions, especially on weekend days. Man, that's crazy. Counter Strike. I probably need to download that since it's free to play. But even with all this hype, I mean, you get a lot of people who are probably just diehard Harry Potter fans. It's still a wait for me. I'm still gonna wait till a Black Friday sale, then I might pick it up. I can't do it right now. Can't do it. Sony's PlayStation VR 2 headset preview. One cord to bind them all. See, that's my only issue with PlayStation VR 2 is that cord either has to do one or two things. It has to be incredibly durable, or it has to have like a MagSafe kind of detachment system. So if it gets caught up somewhere or somebody comes in and trips, or I trip over myself, I don't break the $500 headset. And so like that cord is like the main lifeline. You can have everything that's going on, but if that cord breaks or snaps or get caught or a dog chews it or whatever it may be, like you out of luck. And there's not nowhere to go by and and get a new cord unless it's set up where that cord can be replaced. I'm gonna hope it's that way. If the design of it is not like that, then shame on Sony for releasing a system that is prone to be destroyed sooner than later. Ruben said they are always redesigning it. What iteration is it now? It's the 4.2 now for that Neo. It's a Neo 2. Kenny said, "Thanks. I'm pretty pumped about it. It's always been a passion of mine, and I cannot wait to be self-employed." Hey, I listen. If it wasn't for college, Candy, I think I probably would have got my license too. That's why I'm like super hyped for you, because it was something that I always wanted to do. Even though I can cut hair and been cutting hair without a license for almost half my life, um, I always wanted to go back and just to say officially say, you know what, I'm a barber too. They almost cannibalized their own market. Yeah, I have to agree. You know what? They don't have the price point keeps them out of the league. You know, they can have all the system. It can be the best system in the world, but $2,000. I mean, I got some cameras that cost more than $2,000, but it's a tool I can use that to make money. I just don't see myself paying $2,000 for something to play on. Imagine how many servers are needed to support 800,000 players. Did you see Counter-Strike? Counter-Strike had almost 1 million players. So think how many servers that have multiple games running. You know, at the same, they have one game with 1 million people, and then another people with 800,000. I mean, that's a lot. Yeah, you're right. What kind of servers is running? What kind of wizardry is going on in those camps? All right, so we talked about this earlier, and while I'm not saying this is going to happen, but the stage is really set for Nintendo. If they really want to say, all right, this is what we're going to do. E3, we introduce it to them with a couple trinkets of games that might be coming out this year, and then don't say nothing else, and they will ride that wave. All they got to do is say releasing holiday 2023. Don't give a date to say this is when they're releasing. Man, to be honest, they really don't have to do that. They can just show us a video. This is what it is. This is what it's going to do. Be lookout for more information. They don't got to show nothing else for E3. I mean, of course, they can have a couple games, a couple third party, blah, blah, blah for the Switch. But that's all they got to do. That's all they have to do. And then, kaboom. They have another direct with games, launch titles, launch date for the end of this year. I know I'm wishing upon a star, but that will be like super dope. I mean, but if the stage is set for them to do it. Yeah, all right, will they do it? I don't know. Nintendo, they funny. But the stage is set. But Nintendo admits Switch sales unlikely to continue growing at the same pace. So this statement speaks so much because this says, pretty much a new system is imminent. The question is like to me, this statement right here guarantees. Now I can go. It guarantees a Switch will not launch in 2025. This guarantees a Switch will drop in 2024 or 2023. It won't, because some people are like, oh, it's going to go to 2025. I think that's suicide if they do that. The AO new is $2,100 CMG. $2,100. It's about $1,000 just for the lowest version. Right, the one he had was 21 for the. To me, $1,000 to me is crazy. But two of them back, 2 stacks? Oh no. No. But back to the Nintendo story. You know what? I looked at a video. Who was it? Super Metal Dave. He did a video, and he talked about the how Nintendo typically makes their moves when it's compared to the market and release a new system. And it's like a 2-month or two cycle drop. It's like, if they drop by, it's like 5%, like the next fiscal, because they already, saying they already announced that their financials is going to be lower next fiscal, the next fiscal quarter rather. So that tells you that they understand that they are losing money, and their stockholders is not about losing money. So they're going to do something to satisfy or slow or do something to change and regain momentum. That's why the stage is set for them to do it. To me, for their finances, it's a win-win. you get a system prepared and ready to launch holiday. I mean, there's no other console besides the besides the what you call it? I think what you call that thing? The premium version of the Oculus headset. I think is going to release this year. You got the Sony PlayStation VR 2, but there's no other hardware that it will be in competition with that we know of. This like right now, to me it's the perfect time. It's like, to me it's the absolute perfect time to launch a system, give a killer game to go along with that system, and ride off into the sunset. And you will set 2024 ablaze because you can release that system here. You'll build sales, and build enough sales really to kind of, probably make this fiscal year probably a little bit more profitable. But I'm wishing. All right, let's jump off that story. All right, Xbox confirmed that the Game Pass leads to decline in sales. Of course, people are now, people are not really buying games on Xbox anymore. They only buy the games that's not included. You might get games that people are not buying that's not included into Game Pass, but people are really paying for Game Pass. So I just wonder, how are they making this money, man? I mean, I guess, right? If they got games that they have on Game Pass, and they got somebody paying them a concurrent $15 a month, at 15 times 12 is what? Was it 180? I think it's 180. 2000, 5 times 12. So yeah, that's 100. So you get people that's paying $180 a year. That's a lot, man. Now think about it. I'm one of them dummies paying $880 a year. So yeah, I guess you know what? I just know how they. I want to know who did the math to break it down. Who gets what and what for what, and how they still figure out how to make money from this thing. That's the part that I'm like, I mean, how are you making this? How are you making money off of this? How do you rate that? So, but yeah, that's no new thing that's not shocking information, but compared to all the other games, because you know what, Game Pass is a great value. You know what? Especially just to jump into it. This is not a video game news article, but it was an article nevertheless that I was like, oh man, I want to share. Spider-Man Noir live action series coming to Amazon. The series will follow the superhero in the 1930s of New York. I just think this is dope. I think if they, let's see, let's read some. It says the outlet reports that the series will follow the grizzled superhero in the 1930s in New York, and that will be set in its own universe, not following Peter Parker as the main character. The show was developed by Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse producer Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, and whoever this guy is, Owen something, will write and executive produce. Let's see. I want to know. Let's see. I want to find out. Hold on, this better not be no little preview, is it? Let's see.
How are we looking up there, Sergeant Best? On target, on time,
I don't know what it is, but I'm about to skip it. Yep. Oh snap! They got a what? It can't be no preview of it already, is it? Hold on, let me. Oh, this must be Into the Spider-Verse. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna go into this before I get tagged.
Quiet, Mom.
I was trying to see if they had a release date. Yeah, but I don't see any release date. But I still think it's gonna be a dope show. What's going on, my guy? Mendez in the building, ladies and gentlemen. He says Zelda at $70 is Gaming Dad gonna owe me money? No, absolutely. Listen, absolutely not. You might get your money together, buddy. You seen that trailer? I'm telling you. Listen. You see what a shadow drop on Metroid just did. You wait to May 12th. Listen. You're the one gonna be paying me some money, my brother. But hey, hold on. Let me get you on the board. Always on deck and always on deck. Gotcha. All right. I ain't the fastest typer, but I ain't the slowest either. What's going on, my brother? Welcome to the stream. He says, best direct ever. Was it? He said, I got you. Best direct ever. I don't know. It wasn't the best direct ever, but that shadow drop of Metroid was man, that was one for the ages. That was a moment. That was a moment. Game Boy, that was another moment. What made it for you? What about the director? You was like, oh man, this is the best one ever. It was good because I gave it a B minus. I didn't give it. It didn't get higher than B minus for me. Because the first half I was just like, oh man, this is DLC, and it wasn't nothing like outstanding. But when they got to that Metroid, buddy, when they got to the Game Boy Advance stuff, I thought that was to me. I was like, all right, finally this is out. But that Metroid, buddy, ooh wee. GG, no re. Say Mario Kart DLC added characters, more new tracks. Okay, Metroid, Game Boy Advance, Pikmin 4. The Splatoon DLC, Wave 2 going to be crazy. Yeah, I agree. Wave 2 for Splatoon. I think I kind of downplayed it with Splatoon. Maybe because I kind of linked a lot of the DLC. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, man, let me see if I can. It don't really give a clue to who is but yeah, that would be dope. If Nicolas Cage was the voice of Spider-Man, that would be dope. But no, you know what? Matter of fact, I know it's not because this is a live action Spider-Man that's coming to Amazon, but they don't got a release date. But that should be pretty good. We didn't spend too much time on it. We just kind of just wanted to kind of announce that was coming, and I think it's gonna be based in the 1930s Spider-Man universe. It's not going to directly follow Peter Parker either. So I like stuff like that. Oh, let me get out of here. Get you on the board. Let's see. So Arena, my favorite Splatoon character, and the Wave 2 gonna be a campaign that would have had her team final smash. Okay. Oh, okay. So, got you. He played the character in the first Spider-Verse anime film. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know who's gonna play Spider-Man in this one, this live action one. But it should be pretty dope. You know what I've been watching lately? I just finished, on Disney Plus. I'm a big Mandalorian fan, and so I finally finished Boba Fett. That was pretty. I mean, it was kind of, it wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be, but it ended pretty well though. I can recommend Boba Fett to somebody, but I'm waiting on that next season of Mandalorian. I think that's next month. That's gonna be dope. So, all right. So Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Shot has fans gushing about graphics. They said the draw distance looks better. I think anyway, you know what? To me, the game can be just like the old one, as far as I'm concerned, and it's still gonna sell. But you know, I still think that this one here is probably gonna be, but definitely a noticeable graphical upgrade. Um, it's probably gonna run off um a better graphic system. You know, it's gonna give us some more sharper textures. You know, this game is gonna be great, man. Absolute great. There's no way possible that this game doesn't do well. So Gaming Dad, you gotta watch You Rock. That's the series Super Fire. And, oh, Young Rock. Oh, I heard that was good. A kid in my classroom was telling me about it. He says on Peacock. Okay, it's a fresh look, a fresh off the boat. But the Rock's family. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Fresh off the boat was good too. Said Macho Man might be my favorite character. Okay. All right. Now listen, now you got me excited right now. All right. Young Rock. You know what? I seen the previews. I haven't watched it myself, but some kids in my classroom was just talking about it last week. All right, and I believe we do have Peacock. I think my wife has it. I might have to borrow her login. All right. So they're saying Zelda has better draw distance. I believe it. The game has been developing for 6 years. Let's see. Hollow Knight Silksong playtester shares small update. Says it's worth the wait. Ooh wee. It's a glorious game. To me, this is the game to me it was definitely missing from the direct. I just knew we was gonna get something. So I guess I can probably put my aim at E3. This will be a E3 release. Bro, I got into it within the past month. It's one of my favorite sitcoms ever. No cap. Really, really well done. Golly. Oh, you listen, favorite sitcom all time? Talking about better than Martin? Better than the Cosby Show? Different world? Better than Living Color? Living Single? I don't know, man. That's saying a lot, man. That's saying a lot. Better than Old School Roseanne? Said not favorite all time, but it's high on that list. Okay, all right. I got you. Best of this generation, probably what you trying to say. Bro, when you watch it, you'll see. It's really well done. Okay. All right, listen. You done convinced me, my brother. I'm gonna watch. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start watching it tomorrow. It says it's not better than some of those, but it's up there. Okay, all right. Listen. I could dig that. Now, matter of fact, I'm gonna look into it tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna do it while I'm in school. Hope one of my kids don't show up. One of my kids don't show up. I get about a 2-hour break, buddy. I'm like, ooh wee. But back to Silksong real quick. Was not at the direct, but the playtester is saying that the game is looking glorious, and I can only imagine because Hollow Knight to me is one of my favorite games. Super duper hard. I still haven't beat it, but it's still one of my favorites. 12-episode season, so it's quick. You enjoy it. Oh, is it only one season? What's up, Josh? Let me get you on the board. All right, Josh 34 is on the board. All right, we're gonna be quick tonight. Only got 14. Oh, you know what? 15 when your boy gave me that. Gonna get on in a minute. Please forgive me. I gotta, I'm getting over this cold. It's 3 seasons? Oh, listen, I'm slipping. It's 3 seasons. It's currently in the 3rd season. All right, so good. So I gotta look. I can start from the beginning. You know what? So this story here, man, I thought it was kind of shady. I feel like what, man, the majority of the game is really based off the original designers of the game, man. You can at least list them on the credits, but original Metroid Prime dev cause remastered credit snub, shameful, and I agree. It is absolutely shameful. There should no way, and you should go ahead and list, no matter how long that list of names is. They all worked on it. They all did a phenomenal job. This game was just, they just made this game just a tad bit better, and to make it look a tad bit better than what it was. They should have got some definitely some respect. I just think they got a big little title and said, and all the original developers, thank you. Just like it's kind of cheesy. And they right, he's absolutely right. This was definitely shameful and a bad decision on Retro Studios and Nintendo for allowing that to kind of flow through without giving them their props. Okay, Candy. He said, "Oh, Candy, notice those names were short." She said, hey, Candy over here on Twitch too. Let me get Candy on the board real quick. Candy P, Twitch, and GD. I'm on the board. All right, up to 16 people. 16 crispy and clean. That's right. You could be just like Candy and my boy Mendez. If you got a Twitch account, we're currently broadcasting live on Twitch at Gaming Dad 1906. You can hop on real quick and hit me with a comment up from your Twitch, and your Twitch account be also your second entry onto the board. So if you feel like you want to double dip, this is your chance. All right. So matter of fact, hold on real quick. I got to announce something to my kids. All right, well, good people. Sorry about that. I had to make sure my kids get ready because they going with me. What's going on, my guy? What's going on, Smith? Man, what's going on with you, man? How's work treating you, man? Let me get my brother on the board. You gotta build it with Smith, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we got 17 people on the wheels of steel. All right, we getting back to the normal numbers. Are we normally like around 20, 25? We getting there. We're getting there. My guy Smith on the board. Hold on a second. What's going on? Who's that? Oh my goodness. Come get this dog. My bad. My dog. Listen, if I let my dog in here, he will be all up in here. I'm like, nope, but you got to ride. Yeah, just go ahead and pick him up and get him out of here. Because if not, he'll be back here trying to tear up stuff. Bye, buddy. All right. Sorry about that, good people. So they credited it as the original team who worked on the Metroid Prime. Yeah, it was really shady, right? It was a really shady, like, okay, what? Thanks but no thanks. What? They could have definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, man, made that list a little longer and just copied the old list from the old game and brought it over to the new game. It wouldn't have cost them no extra money, man. It was shameful. It was shameful. But I would tell you the game is dope. It looks so good on the OLED. I haven't even put it up on my TV yet. I'm looking to put it on my TV tonight. All right. Let's see. We talked about this here, but Nintendo says the $70 price is a case-by-case basis. It's not going to be for every Nintendo Switch game. But I'm cool with that. Listen, I'm telling you, I have no problems with paying $70 for Breath of the Wild. I mean, not Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom. No problem. And listen, I'm telling you, nobody else is going to have a problem with it. Because it's never going on sale. It's never going on sale. So if you're going to play it, if you don't, if they don't get it and dump it and emulate it, like Guerrilla Tactics, it's going to be $70. Listen, Mendez, I agree with you. I agree with you totally. Metroid Prime 4 is going to be $70. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. As a matter of fact, when I seen this article for the first time, when it first was announced, it was $70. I said, "Oh, Metroid Prime is going to be $70. It's probably going to be that big." See, so Mendez said, "But give me Metroid Prime 2 and 3 this summer for $40 each, and I'm cool." And I think that's going to happen. I think, you know what? I think that build up is going to happen. I just hope that Metroid Prime 2 and 3 get the same makeover treatment. I pray that they're not just straight ports. I want them to get the same treatment as Metroid Prime, because Metroid Prime looks absolutely phenomenal. And I think it will be a letdown if you got 2 and 3 and they were just straight ports, even though they're not bad games by stretch of imagination. But I mean, after you look at Metroid Prime Remake, you like, man, this game right here it's not a remaster. It's got a 96 right now on Metacritic. Crazy, right? Game of the year, maybe. Said $50 on the voucher. Only thing with $50 on the voucher, man, is like, I like a physical game. If you can deal with digital, that's the move to make. I think it won't be as pretty / clean, but we'll be close. We'll be ported by the support studios versus retro. But I think they're done already. Yeah, I believe they're already done. It looks like this game has been done for almost 2 years. So, you know what? He said, "I hate physical media." Man, give me physical all day, every day. Because one thing about digital, man, if something go wrong or you got to deal with something, you got to deal with the other company. Now, when it comes to the Steam Deck, their system, how they have their things set up, it just like, I don't mind it on the Steam Deck, because I know no matter what system I got, I can still play that same game. It's no issues of backwards compatibility. It's no issues currently of me losing that game. So that's why I can deal with the physical media. But yep, $70. What do you do? I'm picking it up. No problemo. Did anybody see the Super Mario Brothers commercial for the Super Bowl? I thought it was pretty unique. I thought it was a good little spin on it. I think right after this here, Super Mario Brothers U, it jumped into the top 10, which is crazy. Just off a commercial that had really nothing to do, with the movie or nothing like that. It's kind of, it was dope. I thought that whoever, once again, what the thought process that goes behind some of these decisions they're making, the shadow drops, this commercial, I think these are dope moves. So shout out to Nintendo. But it was a pretty good commercial. I think this is it.
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get old. On the double, we're faster than the others. You'll be hooked on the brothers.
Thank you, Super Mario Bros. It seems like the only thing you haven't drained is my bank account.
Did I call the Mario phone red? No, I
For
didn't
super
call it.
service, call or text
I
Super
said
Mario
I said I
Bros.
was.
Today
I saw
at 929
Obi-Wan. He called it live on his stream.
Or reach us on the World
And
Wide Web at
Luigi picked up. I
smbplumbing.com.
thought it was pretty dope. And I guess you could text his number too, and you get you can set up a little text system. So, got 3 million views. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Nintendo, man. They just been making some great decisions. Sonic Frontiers have sold over 2.9 million copies worldwide. Shout out to them, man. That's how you do it, buddy. That's how you do it. And it's probably going to, I think probably when it's said and done, it'll probably get to like 4 million when it's all said and done, because, they're going to release some DLC. They'll have some great sales this upcoming Christmas holiday. Sonic Frontier is going to be straight. I didn't play the game yet. My kids done played it, beat it twice over. But I'll pass. PS5 outsells Switch again this week. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, #1 game. All right, so look at the game sales right here. Software, you got golly, the top 10 games, all Nintendo Switch. Pokemon Scarlet, #1. Splatoon 3, #2. Mario Kart 8, #3. #4, Fire Emblem. #5, Story of Seasons. #6, Minecraft. #7, Nintendo Switch Sports. #8, Mario Party Superstars, which is crazy. #9, Super Smash Brothers, and #10, whatever that name is. Okay, so let's look at #10. #10 for this week sold 4,480 units. So there was not a PlayStation nor Xbox game that sold more than 4,480. I just want to put that out there. Even with the PlayStation selling 76,000 units, they didn't have a game to sell over 4,480, which is crazy. So, but now let's take PlayStation, right? PlayStation 5, so 76, and the PlayStation 5, so 16. Like, so that's 86, 92, 93,000 plus PlayStation 4. So you're looking at about almost 94,000 units for PlayStation, compared to Nintendo's. Well, yeah, 36. Let me see, 32. That's 42, 43, 53, 54. So yeah, 54. They sold a whole 40,000 more units than Nintendo. I mean, okay, so like when you start looking at those disparities, you start to say, hey, you know what? You start to see these months when PlayStation has started to like really dominate Nintendo like this. If it's like that in Japan, just imagine if it's how it is over here in the States. So we can go ahead and probably predict that over here in the States that PlayStation is probably going to win this probably month over. And I wish we had numbers to kind of compare it to, but it's probably going to be PlayStation, and probably by a nice lead too. So let this kind of rhythm continue, where Nintendo is like not barely selling 50,000 units in Japan, and PlayStation selling, at 100 or more at a clip. You're gonna see a new system sooner than later. It's kind of one of them things. Like, I hope PlayStation continues to sell, so Nintendo will have to pull that trigger sooner than later. I think it benefits them to pull it sooner anyway. All right. Steve M said, Bill Smith said, hey, Gaming Dad, have you ever watched The Last Chance University on Netflix? No, I haven't. Last Chance University. What is that about? I might need, is it something I need to check out? If you're saying it, I probably need to check it out. Gave me that. Did you check the Twitter thread I dropped on your Discord? There's a lot of PS5s being scalped in Japan right now, and a lot of them is being sold in China. Oh. First of all, Steve, man, thanks, man, for the lookout. But that's probably tell you why the sales are so high there. Yeah, that would prove the game sales, right? Because typically, when you sell a lot of PS5s in Japan, you typically have a game that they at least have one game that typically sells quite a bit that's in that top 10. And for them not to be in that top 10 speaks volumes about what's being sold over in Japan. Okay, well, listen, that speaks volumes. That tells the tape. PS5 is over the Switch. Now for the second time, and for the second week in a row. So, See, Series X is selling less than PS4. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh man. I mean, the PS4 is pretty much almost triple that bad boy though. Golly. All right, so something to think about, man. Something to keep your eyeballs on. I think shout out to Steve, man, for that great reporting. Tell you, man, we have a newsroom, man. I'm gonna have you and SOC, man. You guys gotta run it. Okay, you guys will be on it like on it. So the studios, Iron Galaxy Studios, is more help developing Metro Prime Remaster. Yeah, I mean they did X and War. Steve said, "Poor Xbox." I know, man. You know, I root for the underdog, but golly, boys, it's bad over there in Japan. So you know what? Listen, I mean, Iron Galaxy hasn't done a whole lot, but you know what? They keep putting out work like this here. You know, I can't do nothing but keep looking out for it. Nintendo revealed update sales figures for all-time best-selling Switch games. All right. Number 1 at 52 million and counting. Mario Kart 8. Animal Crossing New Horizon at 41 million. Super Smash Brothers at 30 million. You gonna tell me they're not gonna make another Smash Brothers? Yeah, right. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Mendes 29 million. You gonna tell me 29 million has bought this game at full price? You might have 2 or 3 million that might have caught it on sale for $40, but still at $40. I digress. Pokemon Sword and Shield, 25 million. Almost approaching 26 million. Super Mario Odyssey, 25 million. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet off the rip, not even been out a year yet, at 20 million. Crazy. Super Mario Party, almost 19 million. Ring Fit Adventure at 15 million. Pokemon Let's Go at 15 million. God almighty. It's an updated Nintendo Switch game sales as of December 31st. Pokemon Legend Arceus is at 14 million. Splatoon 3 at 10 million. Nintendo Switch Sports at 8.6 million. Kirby is at 6 million. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is at 1.8 million. And Bayonetta 3 crossed the million mark barely. Guerrilla Tactics, what's going on, man? He said, I missed most of the whole damn show. Yeah, man, I had to start early, man. I gotta go help these girls out. Super repetitive. He says, is that hate, brother? I hate Breath of the Wild. Wow, we started early today. Yeah, I started at 6 o'clock, man, so I can get up to this high school, man, before this game is over. But GT, let me get you on the board, man. Good tactics. And what's going on? Super MJ's on the board too. All right, got you. Yeah, that's all right, man. Listen, I had it was kind of my fault, man. I had to start early today because I have to go up to the high school and help out. Matter of fact, I'm probably wrapping up pretty soon because I got to get up there. Yep. So we just kind of just talking about we on sales right now. Talking about Nintendo Switch. Right now, the Nintendo Switch family sale has sold 122.5 million units worldwide, surpassing PS4. Well, I think it's huge. So it's a very good chance. Let's see if they show like who's ahead of them. Let's see. So you do got the DS and the PS2. So the DS sales are at 154 million, and the PS2 is stands at 155. So Nintendo is about 30 million away from crossing that threshold. What 33 million. And I believe they can get to that 33 million within the next couple of years. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be one of the things that kind of go down to the wire. You know what? They would definitely put themselves in position if they released a Pro. They would put themselves in position where they would absolutely take over the top spot. But without a Pro in place, man, it's gonna be a crawl. But they'll get close. I just don't know if they surpass it. It's gonna be one of the things we kind of wait and see. Let me okay, get some more on the board. All right, we back up to those numbers to see not guerrilla tactics. Tactics on the board. I got Builder with Smith on here. Got Builder with Smith is on here. Sonic Knuckle Tails. All right, we got you on there. Juicy 98. Got you on there. All right, I think that's it. I think that's it. All right, let's get back. Get Mendez Cat on the wheel too. He said it's called Last Chance University Basketball. It's set in East Los Angeles. A basketball coach with strong convictions leads young men who hope to fulfill major college potential. Oh, okay. All right. Listen, that's up my alley. I think you would like it as a coach yourself. Okay. Nope, I have not seen it. I think I might have looked past it, but I'm gonna get that check out too. I got some time to catch up with some shows since now the basketball season is over. It says he's lying. He just brought me Breath of the Wild yesterday. Ha! Oh, add to the total, Mendez. Add to the total. Said both in check. Got you, my brother. Says I watched the Nintendo Direct. Pikmin looks cute. Look at you. That's it. I love the fact that you interact. Mendez's girlfriend is awesome. Everybody's awesome. So, what was a summary of what you said? Oh man, we said so much, man. We you might have to go back in the chat, but pretty much I gave the Direct a B minus. It didn't have a whole lot for me, but Shadow dropping Metroid Prime remaster at $40, it was huge. The Game Boy being announced for the Switch, another huge highlight for me. DLC for both Splatoon and DLC for Dead Cells. Having Castlevania intertwined with that to me was huge. So the first half of the show was an F by my it was an F. Even with Pikmin, it was an F. Pikmin was the only kind of stand out, but Pikmin is still once a game. It's not a system seller. But boy, that Metroid boy, that was huge. So we kind of talked about some couple game stories so far, and talked about Nintendo's potential of they kind of set up real sweet. If they really wanted to drop a new system this year, they could. It's because they only announced games. I think the latest game is Pikmin is I think July 21st, and then it's not officially, but it's rumored that the Hogwarts Legacy game for the Switch will be July 25th, but it didn't say if it's going to be cloud or physical or anything like that. So because the fact Nintendo is charging $10 more for Zelda is disgusting. It's not disgusting. It's on a more expensive cartridge. Those who remember the good old days, we've paid. If you got a Super Nintendo, you paid more for cartridges. Like games was way more expensive than they are right now. Back in the Super Nintendo days. So it's not that. It's not terrible. If they had to put it onto a more expensive cartridge because it's a bigger game. It's the biggest game they've ever released. It's the biggest first party game they've ever released. So yeah, listen. I'll pay $10 extra for quality. And it's not gonna be for every Switch game either. He said not Grid Attack is funny. Grid Attack to be fighting the good fight. Bro, I bought that game 3 times. It still sucks. And yeah, I text her and told her jump on Twitch and say hi. Oh, listen, I appreciate you. Pikmin 3 Deluxe was dope. Pikmin 3 was okay. I played Pikmin 3, but it's not a game that's you know what? Man, I just gotta have it. It wasn't like Metroid Prime. That Metroid Prime, boy, woo. When they said release today, I said, oh buddy, where's my Switch? Grid Tactics says Nintendo Direct. We ain't got anything new, so here are some old games to hold you over. Our garbage online, give us money. Oh, come on now. Listen, I think Game Boy Advance games were pretty damn good. And you can't deny that Metroid Prime remake looks excellent. You can't deny that. The June Direct is going to announce games for the rest of the year. Yeah, it's either going to do one of two things. Either you're going to release games for the next 2 years, or you're going to say, here's a system that's coming soon, and we'll give you more details in September. To me, that's what you do. Boom. And then you shadow drop a bunch of ports. Say, hey, to hold you over until then, we got F-Zero, today. That's all you need to do. I want the old games more than the new games. If they do them like Prime Remaster, right? See, to me, I heard something today that they're going to release Prime 2 and Prime 3, but they're not going to get the full remastered treatment. They're going to be kind of like straight ports. I don't want them to do that. To me, hey, take your time, man, but I need them to have the exact same treatment that this one got. And I believe they probably will, because you know what, this one's been done for a minute, so it'll be great. Everything way more expensive now than back then, though. Yeah, that even put the point. Yeah, things are way more expensive now, so to even pay $70 is still not even comparison to the way I was paying like $80 for games on the Super Nintendo back in the day. So we'll be all right. The price of food, gas, and electricity right now is like 200% more than in 1996. Yeah. So $70 is expensive. No, it's not, man. Listen, just because food and everything else goes up, don't you think games is going to go up too? inflation affects everything. But listen, yeah, everything's expensive. You know, you can look at $60 as being expensive. But you know what? I mean, people are still going to buy it though. People are still going to buy Zelda, even in this inflation. Game is the only platform where they can remove manufacturer costs, shipping costs, ownerships, yet charge you more. You got some facts to that one, GT. Cannot argue with that point. I need the dual stick controls and a slight remaster, and I'm good. It's time for Nintendo to put their games on sale like everyone else does. See, you've been Steam spoiled for too long. Paying full price for Mario Kart 8, a grand total of 9 years after it dropped is old, especially. But people are still buying it though. Why put my stuff on sale when my product is so dope that people gonna buy it? The product is dope, man. You pay for quality. You know what? You can either buy yourself a Coach purse or you can buy yourself a Louis Vuitton purse. I mean, people still buy Louis Vuitton purses, even though they like $2,000. When they can buy them a Coach purse that's like $150. They both do the same thing. But people pay for quality. And $70 for a Breath of the Wild type game, you can have it. So I'm on food stamps. $70 is a lot. Dang. Food stamps, boy. I used to love food stamps when I was in college, though. That was the deal. Oh, man. Like, me and my wife, we think about it all the time, man. We moved down here from Michigan. And at the time, we both was in Section 8 housing. We both had food stamps. We both were getting utility checks. We were living the good life in college. The good life. To come down here to a mortgage. There's a lot of sale of first-party games at Best Buy right now. That's because people are fools. They live on their credit cards and question why they are poor. I mean, yeah, you got some points there too. All right, good people. Listen, I don't know if any more stories. I know some more stories I probably could cover, but I'm probably not going to cover. We did talk about what Fuqua said, hey, it would not be easy to maintain hardware sales at the same pace as Switch users enter its 7th year. We talked about that, and he's right. And I tell you, if the dip becomes too harsh and too fast of a steep, you're gonna find out that Switch 2 gets revealed a lot sooner than we anticipate, and it would be surprised that Switch 2 is probably complete. They just haven't got it into manufacturers' hands yet. All right. Well, good people, listen, let's get into the wheel because I'm over my time and I'm supposed to be out of here. Let's see, let me go back to see. Steve M says, I don't like price increases. Yeah, Nintendo will get away with it, but still isn't good for gamers. Yeah, anytime it's a price hike, it's not really good for gamers. But you know what? They didn't say it's going to be for every game, but just like Mendez said earlier, you can guarantee that Breath of the Wild and Metro Prime 4 is going to be $70, without a shadow of a doubt, because they're probably going to be huge games. Sony released new hardware to justify their price increase. Nintendo just raised their prices while their fans beg for new hardware. But they only raised the price upon one game. They didn't raise the price of a system. Your boy PlayStation, they raised the price of a whole system. One game ain't gonna kill you. Every Nintendo game is not raised. It's just that one. Some games I'm interested in seeing come out, but one part of the direct was really was the Game Boy piece when I was in elementary school. My bus aide allowed me to borrow her Game Boy. It was really fun playing Link's Awakening and Oracle Seasons. but I was too young to understand the game puzzles and paths. I vividly recalled a few pieces. When I heard Game Boy was releasing, I downloaded it and have been really liking Link's Awakening, hoping for seasons because I've wanted to try the game. Still not sure if I'll play Oracles of Ages as well. But though it's been so long and I didn't get far in the game, I wanted to enjoy the game for nostalgia reasons. Gaming with Ben. My God, what's going on, Ben? Listen, that's what I'm talking about. Unite, family. Unite and get on the board. All right, we're up to 23 people get gaming with Ben on the board. All right. Let's see. Says the only people begging for new hardware is a tiny percentage of hardcore gamers. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yep. Said 5% of Switch owners probably looking for the next thing. Slippery slope. That's how we got dragged. We got to drag shows from children. Yo, it's really time. Spin the wheel before YouTube cancels you. I'm glad I feel better. I can laugh without coughing. Oh man, is that gamers who have no other personality traits are super weird. Yeah, I can't admit that too. You know what? You are absolutely correct. I've watched some channels recently, and I'm just like, okay. All right, good people, listen. You know how we do. It is that time to make that change. We are the people. We can do it. If your name get picked first, you hit the sweet tones of Peter Griffin. And without a shadow of a doubt, we got 23 on the board. Let's get it rolling. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be... Dun-dun-dun. Oh, man, off the muscle? Supersonic MJ. His YouTube account is done, son. All right, we got one down, 22 to go. Let's keep it rolling and flowing. Who's up next to catch the flex? And that first loser of the night will be Candy P.
You lose.
Candy's out of here, ladies and gentlemen. But she's on here twice as nice because she was on Twitch as well. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be, golly, Ben, you just got on here, but you're out of here, Ben. God, don't worry. Don't worry, your family's on here strong tonight, Ben. So you know what? You got 2 more chances to get the dub. All right. Let's keep it moving and grooving. What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? Miss 98. This is my part right here. It's like he got close to the mic. At the count of 1, just let it go. Let's see. I seen that Seasons of the Eight and Ages link together, but I wasn't sure if it was worth playing through. But okay. Okay. Ben said, "Dang." I'm sorry, Ben. It was quick, fast too. It was like. Ben pulled a Grandpa Simpson. Sorry about that, good people. I spit that out. Couldn't let that one go down. All right. Oh, Vic, you up next, and Vic is out of here. All right, down to 18 people, ladies and gentlemen. 18 people. This wheel is starting to fly by. And up next, oh, Ben, your second choice is down the drain. Building with Smith is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it rolling and scrolling. Your boy Gaming Dad is still alive on the board. David's still alive. Matter of fact, Ben, if I win tonight, it is yours, buddy. So, Ben, you got another try on the board. But not so for this one here. Not Guerrilla Tactic is out of here. You out of here, partner. Peace out. B's on here twice as nice. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be Samantha Dub. All right, we down to 15 people, ladies and gentlemen, 15 people. And who would be next? Oh, Guerrilla Tactics is out of here. God almighty. Peace out. All right, let's see. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be Retrospective J.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing.
You lose. Good day, sir. All right, let's see. Go back to some of these comments here. How dare I be side by side with myself? What is the peak you've had on the wheel? 30, 0. I don't know. It's about 40. MJ crying face. I mean, Mendez's cat. Oh man, listen, I didn't put Mendez's cat on here, but we're down to 13 people, and the wheel keep spinning. And our first winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen, our first winner tonight will be my guy. CMG is our winner tonight, but
Fight!
Next time. Slugheads.
Peace out. That's funny. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be, oh, so sorry, Ohio's finest Candy. Our next Barbara and Klein is out of here.
White, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose.
Good day, ma'am. All right, to keep it rolling and scrolling, who's up next to catch the flex will be our second loser of tonight. It will be my son, Joshua.
You lose.
Josh is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, Josh. Hope you got a good night's sleep, man. Get yourself ready for school tomorrow. We're going to keep that wheel rolling and scrolling. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be my brother, SOC.
Better luck next time. Slugheads.
All right, let's get caught up on. Let's see. CMG wasn't going to do anything with that eShop card. Anyhow, Steam Deck squad. Yeah, he was. He going to get that Metroid Prime remaster. SOC said rigged. All right. Oh, Sano Nakatels.
You lose.
You lose. All right, we're down to 9. And our next, it will be your boy, GD. Ben, well, man, listen, you have four strikes at it. And, buddy, to no prevail, you lose. Good night, Ben. Have a good day. Hope you have a good day at school tomorrow. And up next, oh, Ben, God almighty. First, you, mom, dad, me, and Geeky Chick is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 7 people, but 7 people. SOC, I think your name got picked already, buddy. So I think we might have to erase you. As a matter of fact, listen, don't worry. It's about to be removed for good now because you're off. Yeah, you lost twice, SOC. We're down to 6 people, ladies and gentlemen. 6 people. 6 people to go. Leave my cats alone. Oh, it's getting close, getting close, getting close. And Courtney is out of here. All right, we're down to our final 5. Who gonna be alive after this round? And it looks like it's gonna be Mendez is out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, Mendez is still on the board, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not. So we have 3 people on the wheel, but Ruben won last week, so he does not count. So you have Mendez, Steve M, and Dave Westside on the board. Who will get the dub tonight as this wheel gets ready to spin again? Who is out of here? Who is out of here? Our winner from last week, Ruben, is out of here. And let's keep that wheel spinning and grooving. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be Steve. Steve M is out the board, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, in the winner's circle, we got Westside Dave. Always on deck. Must respect. Mendez in the building as our final two. Where's my Nick Cannon? Hit me with the drums, please. And tonight's winner will be. Oh, look at Mendez with the W. Children, give it up for our tonight's winner. It will be your boy Mendez, the second winner of the year. 2023 starting out real good for your boy. Maybe he'll take this $10 and get Tears of the Kingdom. Kids, give him some love. It 2023 has been horrible year this far. Just wait till Papa Mendez and Mama Mendez show up next week. The wheel's going to consist of 50% Mendez. Probably. Mendez says, let's go. Hey, my brother, listen, hey, I'll get that card out to you tomorrow. 'Cause I got to get out of here. Good people, man. Listen, hey, thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank you for coming in, checking in early. I might try doing it early again next week, man. You know what? We started off at 6 o'clock, and it ended up pretty good. I was a little scared at first because, you know, I only had a couple people on the stream at first. But it turned out that, you know, the whole family came through. So I appreciate y'all. You know, may God bless you guys throughout the week, man. I hope you pray. I pray right now in the name of Jesus that he blesses and touches everything that you think of, desire, everything that you love. I pray that he touches that and move them forward in the way that you want. I pray that he bless you with desires of your heart this week. And I pray that he uses you, Lord, uses you to be good people to other people. All right, good people. This is your boy, Gamey Dad, and I'm about to get up out of here, and I'm about to end my show like I always do in the mortal words of Don Cornelius. Peace, love, and soul.